Our next session focuses on a subject of growing clinical importance, stroke management. It is our honor to introduce Dr. Ravishankar Parvaje Garu, a distinguished surgeon, clinician and a teacher known for his practical approach in Shalya Tantra. Many of us know him as the Kshatrakarma maestro, but Sir is proficient in stroke management through Ayurveda, which in itself is a rarity. We now invite Dr. Ravishankar Parvaje Garu to deliver his scientific session on stroke management in Ayurveda. Please welcome, sir.
So it is first started with Vande Mataram, 150 years of Vande Mataram. And today's host, Krishna Prasad, he is RSS Pracharak of Hyderabad, 100 years of RSS. And it is his 50 years of his practice. What a coincidence. So I am feeling honored for this opportunity, calling me as a guest, and very thankful. With this brief introduction, I will start my session. Next please. First let us pray God Dhanvantari. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Dhanvantagaye Amrita Kalasha Hastaya Sarvamaya Nashanaya Trailokyanataya Vishnave Swaha. Next. Then I have blessings of all the Gurus. Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Deva Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Blessings of all Purva Vidyas and Apurva Vidyas. I will start my session. Management of acute stroke by Ayurveda. What is acute stroke? Next please. It may be hemorrhagic or occlusive, may be due to thrombosis or embolism. It may present as transient ischemic attack or lacunar infarction of anterior, middle or posterior cerebral artery. Next please. Evaluation stroke. You see, stroke patients comes to us vertically just after attack. As evaluation occurs, he becomes completely hemiplegic, he becomes horizontal. What happens? The prognosis of stroke is according to age and area of involvement. If older age, bad prognosis; younger age, good prognosis. Big area involved is bad prognosis; small area involved, good prognosis. What happens in stroke? Some particular area of brain death occurs. Due to this dead tissue, there is a big area of inflammation. Due to this inflammatory swelling, there is big area of congestion. If you treat this one, you can't treat, it's already gone. If you can treat this inflammation, how much fast and correctly you do, it will reduce, congestion reduces. Even patient comes horizontal, he becomes vertical. If you are wrong, if you don't treat him properly, what happens? Inflammation increases, congestion increases, and also dead tissue increases. Even if patient comes vertically, he becomes horizontal. So here comes our role. How much fast and correctly we do treat this condition. I am talking about acute stroke, not a chronic. Just after attack, 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours, 6 hours, within 24 hours. In that condition, how you treat. Next please. So the presentation of a patient to us, he may be disoriented or unconscious, or he may come with coma, with the convulsions, weakness in contralateral part of the body, that is hemiplegia, or he may come with death also. Usually there will be increased blood pressure. Sometimes due to shock there may be decreased blood pressure also. Blood pressure is not criteria for diagnosis of stroke. Next please. While treating, if it is an hemorrhage, there is no specific treatment. You are treating the condition. Symptomatic treatment is there. IV fluid, RT feeding, folic acid, oxygen inhalation, diuretics, antihypertensives. Outcome cannot be predicted, may recover with permanent disability or may not recover. Next please. If it is an infarctive stroke, modern management now, e-plasminogen has come. If it is given within 4 hours of attack, patient should come to the hospital, it should be diagnosed as infarction. Then if you give this injection, the thrombolysis occurs, patient will recover very fast. After that, there is no specific treatment, only symptomatic treatment, and prevention of next thrombosis can be done by echospin, that is blood thinners. Treatment of complications, seizures, electrolytic aspiration, pneumonia, and it should be treated accordingly. Early passive movement after stabilization, physiotherapy and rehabilitation treatment. Next please. So stroke means we should not think it occurs only due to hemorrhage or infarction. It can, such condition can occur by infections like tubercular nodule, abscess, encephalitis, or malignant growth, or road traffic accident. These conditions also come with the stroke-like syndrome. So, before giving the treatment, it must be diagnosed. Is it infarction, hemorrhage, infection, growth, or injury? All these things should be diagnosed properly. Then treatment should be given. So, specific treatment should be given. Now, these are all modern management, modern diagnosis. How it should be treated with Ayurveda? This is what we have to think. Directly, instead of giving a drug to modern diagnosis, according to Ayurveda, we should understand what this condition is. Then we have to treat. The dictum given in our grantha is, next please, patient comes with the linga, hetu linga vishadam dhyanam swasthachara parayanam. The Trisutra of Ayurveda, patient comes with the signs and symptoms, linga. We have to understand what is it, hetu. To that hetu we have to give aushadha, that is cause and effect analysis. Same siddhanta, karya karana siddhanta. Same siddhanta is told in Ayurveda, also Western medicine. In siddhanta there is no difference. For every effect there is a cause. This analysis should be done. Now, where is the difference then? Difference is on which logic you are doing the Karya Karana Siddhanta, analysis, Karya Karana analysis. In Western medicine, this analysis is done on the basis of biochemical activity of a cell. The physiology is explained on the basis of biochemical activity of a cell. By any means, Kalartha Karmanam Yogo Hinamchiyati Mantraka, by these causes, there will be derangement of biochemical activity that causes pathology. Then you are giving some biochemical active principle drug that acts on target cells, deranged activity is corrected. This is pharmacology. This is what explained in Western medical science. In Ayurveda, what is the Siddhanta? The Siddhanta is based on Tridosha Siddhanta. Next please. The physiology is explained on activity of Tridoshas in the whole body. That is physiology. By Kalartha Karmana Yogo Hinyat Matraka, on these causes, there will be derangement of Tridosha that causes a disease, symptoms. To that we are giving Panchabhautika Dravya, Tridoshas Panchabhautika Dravyas to act on deranged Tridosha to make it arrange. This is treatment. So in Ayurveda, anything treatment you should explain on the basis of this Tridosha logic. That is why Sushruta says, Nasti rogo vina doshaha. What is another meaning of that shloka is Nasti arogo vina doshaha. When doshas are in samavastha, there will be aroga. When doshas are in vishamavastha, there will be roga. Anuttamapi, even it is not told, doshana lingehi, you have to see doshana linga in given vyadhi, give dosha vyadhi viparita chikitsa. Karya karana viparita chikitsa. Karana is tridosha, karya is vyadhi. Karya karana viparita chikitsa. So, next please. That is why in Charaka says, any physician, he should have Trividha Bodha. Number one is Vikara Prakriti. Sharira Prakriti is there. Like that, Vikara also has a Prakriti. each Sharira has a Prakriti, like the Vikara also has a Prakriti. That is, which dosha involved in the given Vyathi. This bodha should be there in a given to the physician before giving treatment. Number 2 is Samuthana Vishesha, how disease has started. Third one is Adhisthana Vishesha, where disease has started. Why this is very important? For example, I am saying, if a patient of pain abdomen comes, Vikara Prakriti, immediately we will say it is Vata Dosha Pradhana. What is Adhisthana Vishesha? You should understand by doing different signs, by seeing, analyzing signs and symptoms. Now with the advanced technology, we can utilize modern diagnostic technologies. Immediately you can understand where is Adhisthana. If a pain abdomen comes, for example I am saying, it may occur due to AMI, due to pneumonitis, due to gastritis, due to perforation of duodenal or gastric ulcer, due to intestinal obstruction, due to biliary colic, due to urinary colic, due to uterine colic, due to a stone in the ureter, due to appendicitis. All these means you can have pain abdomen. Vata Dosha you can understand, but Adhisthana Vishesha, where according to that your treatment changes. According to dosha changes, according to Adhisthana Vishesha, according to Samuthana Vishesha, how dosha prakop has happened. To understand all these things, we should utilize modern diagnostic technologies. If you utilize this modern diagnostic technology, you can ask what they were doing in ancient days. Definitely it is a difficult thing for them. Now with the advanced technology, we can understand a pathology, Adhisthana Vishesha, Samuthana Vishesha, immediately by doing all these investigations. Just you should analyze according to Ayurveda concept. Then you can utilize in our treatment. Next please. That is when Charaka says, Hetu Sthana Vishesha Bhave Roga Vishesha. Different vyadhis can happen according to Hetu Vishesha, Samuthana Vishesha, Sthana Vishesha, Adhisthana Vishesha. Like that you have to analyze. Particularly about this stroke, next please. According to Ayurveda, first let us analyze Sthana Vishesha. Number 1 is Pakshagata. What is the signs and symptoms is, Dakshina or left there will be weakness, loss of speech and sensation of pain. This will be there as a symptomatology presentation. Next please. Where it occurs, Tirya Gaddamani Urdhvadehaga. The Adhisthana Vishesha is Tirya Gaddamani Urdhvadehaga. At the brain, there will be Prakupita Matarishva gets Sthana Samshaya, you get Anyatara Sandhi Vibhadna occurs. That is Anyatara Sandhi Vibhadna occurs, you get hemiplegia. So, next please. Like that, Akshepaka also will occur. Akshepaka means convulsions. It can occur. It may be minute Akshepaka, just rigid muscles, just wavering of the eyes, or gross convulsions can occur. These two things can occur. Next please. Then the question comes, how many types of Pakshagata is there? How many types of Pakshagata is there? Usually we tell only one. But actually, Pakshagata is 5 types. Number 1 is Kevala Vataja. Number 2 is Anya Dosha Samsrishta. Anya Dosha Samsrishta means only Kapha Samsrishta or only Pitta Samsrishta or both Kapha Pitta Samsrishta. This become 3. 5th one is Dhatukshayaja. Kshaya Hetuka. Now here question comes, what is the difference between Kshaya Hetuka and Shuddha Vata Pakshagata? Because for Vata Prakopa there should be Dhatukshaya. Dhatukshaya should occur. Now what is the difference between Kshaya Hetuka and Shuddha Vata Pakshagata? Then here Jejata says, next please. What Jejata says, Shuddha Vata is Krita Sadhya, Anya Dosha Samsrita is Sulabha Sadhya, Kshaya Hetuka is Asadhya, he says. Now what is it? Here, Viruddhahara Viharakrita Dhatukshayaja Kevala Vataja is Krita Sadhya, whereas Shovanita Atisruta Krita Pakshagata is Asadhya. Now usually we think that Shonidatikrita Vataja means brain hemorrhage. It is not brain hemorrhage. At the time of Sushruta there was no CT scan to find out is it a brain hemorrhage. This is actually external bleeding. For example, postpartum hemorrhage, or at that time Yuddha was going on, cut occurs in the body, there will be severe bleeding, so that patient goes into state of CVA, cerebrovascular accident. That unconscious, semi-conscious convulsions, this state happens. That type of Pakshagata is asadhya. Even today also, instead of Yuddha, road traffic accidents are occurring. How many patients are dying in Yuddha ancient date? Now that many patients are dying due to road traffic accident now. There is no difference. Here also, within a golden hour, patient comes, you can save. Otherwise, such patients also going to die. It is asadhya, is told. Now with the advanced technology, definitely with the blood transfusion, all these things, we can save many of the patients. But this is asadhya, what Sushruta has told. Now since we are interested with Anya dosha samsishta, that is sulabha sadhya, he has told. If it is sulabha sadhya, if a patient of acute stroke, why we should refer as Ayurveda physicians? Sushruta has told it is sulabha sadhya. Right or not? If it is asadhya, you should refer. If it is sulabha sadhya. Now here, question comes, how you will diagnose, is it pitta samsargaja or kapha samsarga? Then in Bhavaprakash he says, next please, Da santapa murchasyu pitta samanvite shaitya shodha gurutvani tatminneva kaphavate. When Da santapa murcha is there, if a patient of stroke comes with the Daha santapa murcha, that means it is pitta samanvita. Or shaitya shodha gurutvani lakshanas are there, then it is kapha samanvita. Satya Pakshagata is sulabha sadhya. If you work in a stroke clinic, if a patient comes in immediately to you, most of the patients will have semi-conscious state or unconscious. That means it is pitta samanvita. That means we should treat such cases. Or they may come with heaviness, numbness, tingling sensation one side. That is kapha samanvita. We should treat such cases. Now let us analyze what it is. Here, since he comes with the murcha, next please, we should analyze what is murcha. Next please. This murcha is 3 stage, Mada, Murcha, Sannyasa. When he comes in Mada stage, we can diagnose, is it Vata Pradhana, Pitta Pradhana, Kapha Pradhana. If it is Vata Pradhana Mada, Vata Pradhana semi-conscious state, he will have Analpadruta Vasham, Askalya Theshtam, irrelevant movement, irrelevant bhasha, speech will be there. If it is Pitta Samanvita, Sa Krodha Purusha Bhashyam, Krodha will be there, he hit on you, spit on you, that irritability is there. When it is Kapha Samanvita, Alpa Asambadha Vachan, he dumb speaks less. So when such a condition are there, in a given a patient of Pakshagata comes, then that indicates he is a Vataja Mada state or Pittaja Kaphaja. Like that you can select the drug. Next please. This is Mada Murcha Sannyasa. Next please. Next. This is actually, it occurs due to Rasa Rakta Manosrothas get avarana by Tamodosha, you will get Mada Murcha Sannyasa. Yathottana Baladhikyam Hetu Lignopashantishu. If it is a Pakshagata comes with the Mada, it is easy to cure. Murcha slightly severe. With the Koma, Sannyasa, it is very difficult. Yathottana Baladhikyam Hetu Ligna Upashantishu. We should diagnose and treat properly. Next please. Now I have analyzed about Sthana Vishesha. Now coming to Adhisthana Vishesha. Now coming to Hetu Vishesha. Next please. Hetu Vishesha is Yatha Dushtena Doshena. Yatha Dosha Dushti Akkaran. Yatra Sthana Samshaya. That I have analyzed. Now Yatha Vata Prakopa has occurred. Here, since it is Vata Dosha Prakopa, Vata Vyadi, you should understand how this Vata Prakopa has occurred. That is Samutthana Vishesha. Next please. Vata Prakopa, he says, Vayo Dhatu Kshetkopu Margasya Avranecha. that Vata Prakopa can occur by Dhatukshaya, by all these Ahara Vihara, all these things, either Dhatukshaya, Vata Prakopa, or Margavarana, to blockage of Marga of Vayu. And third one is Cha. Cha means Dhatukshaya due to Margavarana. Three points are there. It's very important to understand. One is Dhatukshaya Vata Prakopa. Second one is Margavarana Vata Prakopa. Third one is Dhatukshaya due to Margavarana. Now let us understand how it is. Next, this is very important. Understand this one. First one is Dhatukshaya. By taking Ruksha Shita Viruddha Ahara Viharas, Dhatukshaya occurs, Vata Prakopa, Prakopa Vata gets Samshaya, you get a disease. Number one. Number two is Avarana. Next, Avarana, Margavarana may be because Vayu is a moving entity in the body. All other entities are stable entities. Any stable entity can block moving entity. It is easy. In our body, except Vayu, all other are stable entities like Kapha, Pitta, Rakta, Mamsa, Meda, Asti, Majja, Shukra, Vit, Mutra, Anna. If you analyze this Avarana pathology, a Kapha, Pitta, Avarta Vyadhi is Sarvadehika, just like Madhumeha. That is why in Krude Dhatukshaya, Dosha Avarta Patotava, he said. You can't get one hand Madhumeha, another hand no Madhumeha, it is not possible. It is Sarvadehika. That is Dosha Avarta Patha, Kapha, Pitta, Avarana. Then comes Rakta, Mamsa, Meda, Asti, Majja, Shukra. This Kapha, Pitta, Avarana is in molecular level, in an atomic level. Whereas Rakta, Mamsa, Meda, Asti, Majja, Shukra, it is in cellular level or tissue level Avarana. Then comes Vit, Anna, Mutra, it is macro level. Annavaha, Mutravaha, Purishavaha, Avarana. Macro level. One is atomic level, molecular level. Second one is cellular level. Third one is macro level, Avaranath. Vata Prakopa, Prakopa Vata gets Samshaya, you get a disease. This is a common possibility of getting a disease. Next please. Then comes like this Prakopa Vata gets Samshaya, you get Gata Vatas. Many Gata Vatas are told, Amashaya Gata, Sandhi Gata. Here in this Snayu Gata, Marmagata, in the context of stroke, it is Marmagata, Shiro Marmagata. That is Sthana Samshaya. Next please, then comes a Cha. In the Avarana pathology, initially Avarana symptoms are more, Dhatukshaya symptoms are less. As time passes on, next please, slowly Avarana symptoms comes down, Dhatukshaya symptoms takes over. For example, a Pakshagata or a Gridrasi. When he comes initially, there is no Dhatukshaya, only loss of movement in the one part of body. After 6 months, if you don't treat him properly, what happens? Hovam Dhatus are degenerated, Dhatukshaya occurred. Why this occurred? Due to Avarana, there is Dhatukshaya occurred. Or a Gridrasi patient comes initially, he will have severe pain, but there is no degeneration. It is Avarana Vata Prakopa. After 6 months, if you don't treat him properly, what happens? That whole leg becomes degenerated. Dhatukshaya occurs. Why it occurred? Because of that Avarana, it occurs. So, a patient may come, which stage? 90% Avarana, 10% Dhatukshaya. He may come with 50% Avarana, 50% Dhatukshaya. He may come with stage of 10% Avarana, 90% Dhatukshaya. Can you give same treatment for everybody? That is Avastha Vasham Chikitsa Kuryat. If he comes in Avastha, Avarana Avastha, you give Avarana Hara Chikitsa. If he comes in Dhatukshaya Avastha, you give Brahmana Chikitsa. Should you give Karshana Chikitsa or Brahmana Chikitsa? According by understanding percentage of Avarana or Dhatukshaya. So you have to understand how it occurred. Is it due to Dhatukshaya or Avarana? Hello. So when you do Hetu Vishesha, all these things you have to see in a given patient. Otherwise you can't reach. Here, one question comes. What is the question? Even if you don't treat, slowly Avarana comes down. Dhatukshaya takes over. How this Avarana comes down? If you treat also, If you treat, definitely Avarana comes down, Dhatuksha will not happen. If you don't treat him, Avarana slowly comes down, but Dhatuksha takes over. How it occurs? Who has done it? If you see Jwara Chikitsa, Langanam, Swedanam, Kalo. Kala is Amapachaka. If you allow Kala to do Amapachana, Dhatuksha takes over. If you do, instead of Kala doing Amapachana, if you do yourself as a Vaidya, you do Amahara Chikitsa, Dhatuksha will not take over. That is why in the Western medicine they say, I treat, God heals. If you give medicine 1 week, don't give medicine 7 days. In the Ayurveda, instead of doing Kala to do Amapachana, if you do yourself, that is why Vaidya is called as Vaidyo Narayana Harihi. He is just Hari, God, doing Amapachana. If you are a God, patient comes to you thinking you are a God, you are doing his Amapachana by seeing correctly, diagnosing, then Dhatuksha will not take over. He will get the result. If you don't treat him properly, definitely Dhatuksha occurs. So this is very important in conditions of Pakshagata when he comes in acute state. If you derange in your treatment very slightly, patient definitely goes to take Dhatuksha Avastha. So next please. Then this is okay. This is a mathematical equation. Ayurveda is just like mathematics. It's a mathematical equations. By mathematics you will not cure. So if a patient comes, you should diagnose, is it Pittavarana or Kaphavarana, how? Then Charaka gives his signs and symptoms. When Pittavarana is there, Kapha, Lingam, Pittavade, Dhadrishtamashvanam, Brahmaha, Katva, if these are Sarvadehika symptoms, Daha, Ushna, Shula. Shula is Vata symptom, other Pitta symptoms is there. When Kaphavarana is there, Shaitya Shota Gurutvani. Shula is Vata symptom, other Kapha symptoms are there. That sloka has not known. Okay, next please. Then comes that two conditions, Kapha and Pitta, are Sarvadehika. But in a Pakshagata, these things are Ekadesha, one side of the body happens. What happens? In a state of Raktavarana, what is that? What he says? Raktavate Daha Arti Tatmamtantarayo Brusham. In between Vakka and Mamsa, there will be Arti, Shula. This and Bhave Raga, redness, Mandalani Shvayathu happens. Anywhere there will be Mandalani Shvayathu occurs. Here, Mandalani Shvayathu you can understand, Shota is occurs, Raga redness, Arthi, Shula occurs where? Shula occurs in between Tvak and Mamsa. How to understand this condition? Do you think any patient comes to you and tells, sir, my pain is in between thick skin and Mamsa? No patient will come and tell. But instead of that, Sushruta used word Sparshadveshaha. Sparshadvesha means tenderness. Where you touch, there will be pain. If you see all granthas, this sign, if you touch you get pain, that means it occurs due to Raktavarana Vata. This sign occurs only due to Raktavarana Vata Prakopa. As a clinician like you, if you sit in the clinic, if a patient comes, just to touch him, he feels pain, that means that this is occurred due to Raktavarana Vata Prakopa. Then Rakta Amapachana should be done, or Rakta Mokshana is the primary treatment, becomes primary treatment. So that is why this sign is very important. If you see these signs, Daha, Arti, Raga, Spashudesha and Shvayatu, Mandalan Shvayatu. These 5 sign symptoms, nothing but inflammation according to modern science. In a modern science, they say inflammation occurs. Inflammation means it occurs due to Raktavarana Vata Prakopa. Now let us see how this can occur. Next please, in Vatrakthadhya he has told how this Raktavarana Vata phenomena can happen. If you see Vayu and Rakta, Vayu is Sukshma and Chala, Rakta is Sara and Drava. Both are moving entities. One moving entity should block another moving entity. How it can happen? If you compare Vayu and Rakta, Rakta is sthula than Vayu, Vayu is sukshma than Rakta. Both are moving. But Rakta should block Vayu. How it can happen? For that, there should be Rakta Dushti. This Dushita Rakta can do block movement of Vayu. Then the Raktavarana Vata Prakopa phenomena occurs. To understand this one, you can understand by a simile of a traffic. In a traffic, what happens? Heavy vehicles, lorry, bus, small vehicles, bike, scooters goes. If anywhere road is damaged, Rakta Srotas is damaged, or Rakta is down, lorry itself is damaged, Rakta is damaged, Dushti occurs. A lorry is damaged. What happens? Lorry stops. When next lorry comes, it will not go, but surely you negotiate your bike and go. After 3-4 lorry bus comes, then your bike also will not go. Then first Rakta stops, that Rakta itself blocks movement of Vayu, then accumulation of vehicles, Mandalani Shayathu. Heated exchange between drivers, Daha, redness in eyes of drivers, Raga, Sparsha Dvesha, loss of function. These classical sign symptoms of inflammation occurs due to Rakta Avarana Vata Prakopa. When it occurs, the resultant there will be Vyadhis will take over. To happen this, there should be Rakta Dushti. Rakta Dushti, because why I am saying Rakta is a Dhatu, Vayu is a Dosha, Vata Pitta Kapha Shakti Swarupi Dravyas. How a Shakti Swarupi Dravya can block it by a Dhatu? Dhatu does not have any power, its power is given by Doshas only. This Rakta Dushti occurs previously by these doshas, that Dushita Rakta can block Vayu. That is why in Vidishoni Tedhyaya he says, next please, next. In Vidishoni, if you see Rakta Dushti Kharanas, Pradushta, Bhautikshno Ashne Madhyani Atilavana Kshari, this first line is Pitta Swarupi Rakta Dushti Karana. Second and third is Kapha Swarupi Rakta Dushti Karana. Kulata Masha Nishpavatan Vishtane, Pindanutam Sandridan Sarvasha, Jalajana Bhavanam, Prasanancha Sarva, Datyam Suktanam, Kapha Swarupi Rakta Dushti Karana. Fourth and fifth is Kale Janachan Chakti Vega Pratigata, Vata Swarupi Rakta Dushti Karana. Any Dosha Swarupi Rakta Dushti occurs, this Dushita Rakta can block the movement of Vayu, then there will be Mandalani Shayat. All Vyadhis, Raktaja and Raktanabandhaja Vyadhis will occur. Even all Vata Vyadhis also can occur. And Abhigata is a cause. One is Abhigata. One is Aharivihara, Vata Pitta Kapha Swarupa, Dvidosha, Sannipata Swarupa according to Karana. Second one is Abhigata, it can happen. Next please. There are many Raktaja Vyadhis are told. Mada, Murtha, Sannyasa, Vidradi, all these diseases are, and Anubandaja, Vyadhis, many Vata Vyadhis are told. Next please. Other than this, another cause is Raktaja Krimi. Raktadishtan Prayan Vikaram Jananti Te. Raktaja Krimi. Sukshmaha Namaha. Infections. Before advancement of microscope, it is understood by Anumana Pramana. After advancement of microscope, this is done by Pratyaksha Pramana, which Krimi is involved. Then in Western medicine, they have developed many drugs which can kill the Krimi without harming the host. In Ayurveda also, many drugs are told for Krimi Pratyugata. Next please. What are they told? Okay. Next please. Go for next. Go for previous one. Go for previous. Back. Okay. Raktaja Krimi, there are many drugs are told by Surasadi Gana, Argvadadi Gana, Nimbadi Gana, Ksharodaka, Gomutra, these are all Krimi, Pratyugata Dravyas. So, Raktaja Krimi is there. What is treatment of Krimi should be given? What is Krimi Chikitsa? Apadarpana is nothing but Panchakarmas. And Nidana Parivarjana. Third one is Prakriti Vighata Chikitsa. Prakriti Vighata means I have a Prakriti, you do Vighata of my Prakriti means killing. So killing of the krimi is Prakriti Vigata Chikitsa. Before advancement of microscope, this is done by Anumana Pramana. After advancement of microscope, this is done by Pratyaksha Pramana. So in Western science, they are giving antibiotics to kill the krimi. It is nothing but a concept of Sushruta or Charaka. They have told Prakriti Vigata Chikitsa. Concept is told in Western Ayurveda. It is followed by Western medicine. That's what they are doing it. So if a patient comes with the krimi infections, we have to kill it. Or you can improve patient's Prakriti itself, that can kill the krimi. That can also done. There are many ways are there. Anyhow, you have to kill the krimi. Because if you do any amount of Amapachana, our treatment is Amapachana, Ayurveda. Amount of Amapachana, krimi produces Ama continuously. Unless you kill the krimi, patient will not get Samadosha Avastha. That is why you have to do. Here, if infection here is that much, why Sushruta has not told krimi is a pradhana karana of disease? He has told only dosha visham is pradhana karana of vyadhi. Only Western medicine doctors are saying krimi is pradhana karana, but Ayurveda never agrees. We tell dosha, samadosha, dosha vaiparita is cause of the disease. Why? Why they are not told? You see, for example, why I am saying, I will say, I am having, if you see my body, there are crores of bacteria, but I don't get the disease. Why? Why I am not getting? I am in Samadosha Avastha. If I am in Samadosha Avastha, krimi will not do anything. By any means, Kalartakam Yogam Mithyan Matrakaha, dosha visham occurs, then krimi takes over. Either by Ahara Vihara or by Abhigata. If dosha visham is there, then only krimi takes over. Getting Samadosha Avastha. I hope you understand. For cause of the disease, dosha visham is Karana. For getting the health, you should remove the krimi. Both should be balanced. Treatment should be balanced. That is why they are told. Many drugs are told, Surasadigana, all these things, many drugs are told. In vitro it works wonderfully, but in vivo it will not work like that. For example, Ksharodaka is told. I think we are all using Ksharodaka daily. You are all using Ksharodaka, no? Using or not? You are using soap or not? Soap you are using, it is nothing but Ksharodaka. If you tell in Sanskrit, it is Ksharodaka. If you tell in English, it is soap. We are daily using, that is Ksharodaka. To kill the krimi. That's what Sushruta has told. Next, please. Now, to happen this Rakta Dushti, one is Ahara Vihara told, second one is Abhigata told, third one is krimi is told. For example, in stroke, it may be due to tuberculosis, krimi. It may be road traffic accident, Abhigata. It may be Ahara Vihara. All these Kshariyadya, Ushna, Tikshna, Madhura, Drava, this alcohol, all these things are told, many drugs. This all cause Rakta Dushti. Next, please. Another cause, next, please. For this Rakta Dushti is another cause is there, what Sushruta said. You see here, very important understanding in Sushruta 15th chapter, what he says, when Dushta Medasa is there, by Ahara Viharas, if Dushta Medasa is formed, Kapha, Medo, Niruddha Marga, Dushta Medasa cause Kapha Meda, Niruddha Margatvat. When the Marga Avarana occurs, by this Marga Avarana occurs, Rasavasrotas, in the Rasavasrotas, Marga Avarana occurs. Now we say it is atherosclerosis. Arterial block occurs. What happens? Shesha Dato Napyayante Alpa Prano Bhavati. That means hypoxia occurs. Oxygenation comes down to the tissues. Napyayante. By that, Alpa Prano Bhavati. Hypoxia occurs. Due to that, there you can get prameha pidaka, jwara, bhagandara, vidrati, vatavyadis. See, for example, I think Sharya people will be very happy to this pathogenesis. Alpa prana, hypoxia occur, there will be causes of bhagandara. While we are treating, we thinking that we are removing the track is sufficient for remove pathogenesis. When alpa prana occurs, arterial supply decreases. That is why bhagandara occurs. Even we say anal glands are infected. Anal glands everyone is having, but everyone is not getting bhagandara. If by dushta kapha medasa, if arterial blood supply is decreased to that area, then anal gland infection takes over, you get bhagandara. While treating, we should give some angle for this also. That is how you say ksharodaka is told, kshara is told to remove kapha medasa. It can be removed. That is how you get 100% result by using the kshara sutra treatment in the bhagandara. Here in the context of pakshagata, what happened? Vatavadi vikarana prapyam panchatvam upayati. He will die at the end. Next please. Next. Here, you see, artery is there supplying. If it is blocked by atherosclerosis or anything, then what happens? Some part will death occurs. Hypoxia occurs, death occurs. Hypoxia means there will be injury occurs. So this can be called as doshaja marmabhigata. Doshaja marmabhigata. By ahara viharas, dosha. One is abhigata, injury. Second one is by any means it occurs, there will be by krimi. Third one is dosha, marga avarana occurs, hypoxia occurs. That injury is doshaja marmabhigata. It occurs so suddenly, that is why it is called as abhigata. Suddenly it occurs. Next please. So here, dushta medasa, it can happen two types. One is by kapha medasa, rasavasrotas is arterial block. Rasavasrotas is arteries are doing prenana. That means it is on rasavasrotas. It is blocked. Alpa prana occurs, death of tissues. When death of tissue occurs, there will be irritation that causes rakta dushti, rakta avarana, vata prakopa. Inflammatory swelling occurs, runa occurs. That leads, runa shota leads to congestion and loss of function of that in the brain. Kiryagatamani urdu dehada, anyadara sandhibadha occurs, pakshagata occurs. Here, while treating these cases, if you remove this block is best. But we are not treating that, it's already dead. We can't treat that one. We can treat this raktavarana vata prakopa. Your target is to reduce this raktavarana vata prakopa how much fast. So alternate blood supply should be increased. When this raktavarana vata runa shota decreases, congestion decreases, he gets movement, all this thing. He gets consciousness and he gets movement. Happens. This one way. Second way is next. By can by aging or other causes, that may rupture causes bleeding. When the rupture or bleeding occurs, again there will be hypoxia, dosha bhigata, dosha marma bhigata, runashota occurs, again same thing occurs. Here, how much fast you do treatment, here rakta pitahara chikitsa should be done. When it is bleeding is there, when there is block is there, then we have to give kapha vatahara chikitsa should be done. Two types of treatments. You can't, any stroke may be same, but you can't give same treatment for both. One is, whenever it's a bleeding is there, rakta pitahara chikitsa. Whenever there is a blockage is there, kapha medahara chikitsa should be done. Anyhow, the resultant cause is there will be runashota. Runashota can be vata pradhana, pitta pradhana, kapha pradhana, vidor sanya pradhana. When it is a blockage is there, we call it as mostly kapha vata lakshana is there. Patient comes with the mada alpa sambandha vachana. All infarctive patients will have the same signs and symptoms. If a patient of hemorrhagic patient comes, they have krodha purusha bhashi. If you observe in stroke patients acutely, they come to you, They hit on, they spit on you, they are highly irritable persons. They come that stage. Then Pitta Vata, Rakta Vindahara Chikitsa should be done. You should see in which state he comes. Both conditions are Doshaja Marmabhigata. That occurs so suddenly. That is why Marmabhigata we call. Next please. So as it is clear now, Rakta or Vata Prakopa leads to Runashota. It can occur anywhere in the body. Tatmam Sirasnaya Sandhyasti Marma Koshta. Here it occurs in Shiro Marma. Where the while treating, if it is Abhigata, Shadya Chikitsa should be done. Road traffic accident, Shadya Chikitsa is a right treatment. If it is Dosha Dushti, Dosha Apaya Chikitsa. If it is Krimija Chikitsa should be done. If a tuberculosis nodule is there, having a patient comes with the Pakshagata, unless you treat that tubercular nodule with the proper antibiotic, you will not regain his consciousness or movement of the legs. So Krimiprakigata should be done first. Then Avapachana should be done. If it is Doshaja, Raktadushti, Raktavanavata Prakopa, you have to do Dosha, Ama, Pachana, Chikitsa. Next please. So here, why many of them ask how Runashota can cause us Pakshagata. Even Charaka himself has told Runas Upadrava is Pakshagata and Akshepa. In Jivranyadya, he himself has told it occurs due to Runashota. Which one? Pakshagata and Akshepa. That's what we get in acute state of a Pakshagata. Next please. So now you understood how Dosha Dushti, Yatha Dushtena Doshena, Yatra Sansamshaya, Vikara Padati, you have to see which dosha is involved, like that should treat. Next please. So patients come with the Raktadushti, it should be understand, is it by Krimi, is it by Abhigata, it's Ahara Vihara, then accordingly treatment should be adopted. Next please. So next please. Next. So when Pitta Vata Kapha involved in a given patient, the dictum is Pitta Hara treatment should be done first, then Kapha Hara, then Vata. If Pitta Vata is there, first Pitta, then Vata. If Kapha Vata is there, first Kapha, then Vata should be treated. So here, a patient of stroke, he comes with the, either he may come with Pitta Vata or may Kapha Vata. But even the Kapha Vata, he comes with the Madha Murcha Sannyasa Lakshana is there. That indicates it's a Murcha will be there. Even the case of infarct stroke, he comes with the Madha state. Pitta involved. All three doshas will be there. Pitta is Pradhanli, it will be involved. Seka Hitani, Sarvas Murcha Nivaritani, Shita Seka, Shita Vagaha, Shita Paniya, Pitta Jwarahara Chikitsa. Next please. Next. Then Pibeshana Munishana, Murcha Prasaktam, Shiro Vireke, Jayada Vikshnam, Vamaneshcha, Tikshnehi. Abhikshna, repeatedly you should give Tikshna, Shiro Virechana should be done. Here, or Tikshna Vamana. The question comes, you said this is Pitta Pradhana. How you are giving Tikshna Vamana or Shiro Virechana? Is it not wrong? Same question arises to the Dallan also. He says, next please, what he says, Yadyapi Sarvamurchayam Pittam Pradhanam Tikshne Nasye Vamane Nayukta. He has told. Then he says, Tathapi Sabnyama Sroto Nirodha Shanti Karatva Vyadi Pratyanikatva Hite Eva. When the patient comes with the Madha Murcha, as Vyadi Pratyanika you are giving Tikshna Nasya to remove Samjama Sroto Nirodha. But as a dosha is Pitta is there, then he says, you are giving Shita Lapaniya, Shita Parisheka, Shita Alepa as dosha hara chikitsa first. After that you are giving Tikshna Nasya to remove Kapha Tamo Avarana to remove. That means he says you are giving dosha vyadi viparita chikitsa. As dosha, otherwise what you do when giving Tikshna Nasya or any Nasya karma, Abhyanga, Sweda and Nasya you give. But in this condition, Abhyanga Sweda should not be done. You do Shita Parisheka, Shita Lepa. As Pitta Hara Chikitsa first, Dosha Pratyanika, then Vyadi Pratyanika you are giving Tikshna Nasya. By that he is saying Dosha Vyadi Pratyanika. Instead of you do as a practice Abhyanga Sweda and Tikshna Nasya, what happens? Patient will go to balcony. He will die. Because Pitta will increase so fast. So that is why in such cases you do Shita Parisheka Shita Lepa, then give Tikshna Nasya. That's what he says. Next please. Then he says, as patient gets samjna, he gets prabuddha samjna. Next please. Then Madhura Payamsi, Harita Krita, Shruta, Adri Paraswarasa, Grita should be given. Next please. Then Narikela with the Samashatkara, Shatavari Mula, Kshirakashaya, and Yatha Jaratnani, Dravyani. Which dosha Surupa is there? Madhamorsanya, Vata Surupa Mada is there, Vata Jora Chigisa, the Pitta Surupa Mada is there, Pitta Jora Chigisa, Kapha Surupa Mada is there, Kapha Jora Chigisa. Yata Dosham, Jaratnani Kashayam should be done. Next please. So, like that he says, Ashtavimshati Sarpi, Chitraka, Trifala, Shilajitu, many prayogas are told. Next please. So, this I have analyzed Murcha Chikisa, not Pakshagata Chikisa. Now let us analyze Pakshagata Chikisa. What Pakshagata Chikisa says? Tatra Pragya Sneha Mruduna Shodhanena. Snehana Swena you do, Mrudu Shodhana you do, Samshodhya Anuvasasta Pyacha, Yatha Kala, Akshepa Vidhanena. Chikisa Puriya. If a patient of Pakshagata comes in state of Akshepaka, what treatment should be done? Is it Pakshagata Chikisa or Akshepa Chikisa? If he comes, Yatha Khanam Akshepa Vidhanena means a patient of Pakshagata comes in Akshepaka state, your treatment should be Akshepagara Chikisa, not Pakshagata Chikisa. If you see acute stroke patients in your clinic, if he comes in 1 hour, 3 hours, within 6 hours, 10 hours, they come with the Akshepa. Akshepa don't think there will be severe conversion. Their muscles are very rigid. You can't, flaccid muscles are not, rigid muscles. That indicates it is a Akshepakavastha or slight movement of eyes. That indicates he is in Akshepakavastha. When patient of acute stroke, most of the acute stroke comes, they comes in a state of Akshepaka. Your Chikitsa should be Akshepaka Chikitsa, not Pakshagata Chikitsa. Then what is Akshepaka Chikitsa? Let us see what is Akshepaka Chikitsa. Next please. Akshepaka Chikitsa says, Tatra Pragya Snehabhyaktam Sinnam Apidane Tikshna Upakrame Shirasudyartam. Shirasudyarta Tikshna Chiro Virechana should be done. Tikshna Chiro Virechana. Anantaram, after that, next please. Anantaram Vidarigandhadi Patam Sarpya Achancha Payet Nati Matram Vayu Prasarayati. Acha Sarpipana means without mixing anything, you have to give Acha Sarpipana so that Vayu Prasarana to Shakas are prevented, Akshepa will not happen afterwards. So, here question comes, how much Sarpi you should give? How much Sarpi? Is it 10 ml, 20 ml? If you see Snehanadhyaya, in Snehanadhyaya says, in Mada, Unmada, Sarpavisha, you have to give Prabhuta Mantra of Sneha. Prabhuta Mantra means Ashtapala. 24 hours how much you can do Jirana, that much Grita should be given. So, usually I give about 300 to 320 ml Grita you give. Which Grita should be given? Again that question comes. If it is Kevalavata, you can give Kalyanaka Grita. If it is Pitta Samanvita, give Mahatiktaka Grita. It contains Amalakiswarasa. If it is Kapha Pradhana, you give Panchagavya Grita or Rashana Grita. Any Grita. So according to dosha you have to see. Protocol is giving Grita. Which Grita? Which dosha involved, like that. I hope you understood. Which dosha is there. Like that you should select a specific Grita. That is why dosha vyadhi viparachikisa. Protocol is for vyadhi. Drug should be selected according to given dosha in that vyadhi. Dosha vyadhi viparachikisa happens. So like that Grita should be given. First, while I treating, I used to not give this Grita. Many of the patients used to get convulsions in the midnight. When I came across developing Grita, I was to give very small amount. But he says Prabhuta Mantra. I started to give Prabhuta Mantra. Not even single patient comes with the conversion afterwards. Not even a single patient developed convulsions afterwards. After giving Grita, immediately they become stabilized. That rigidity of muscle will go. It becomes flaccid immediately. Within 6 hours, they become flaccid. They will not have convulsions afterwards. Next, please. Then many drugs are told. Next please, next. These are all for Kevalavata. Then Sneha Virechana, Astha Anuvas should be Dasha Ratra Huta Vega Upakrameta. When the patient comes in Akshepaka Avastha, you have to treat him as Akshepaka Chikitsa for 10 nights. Afterwards, Vatavadi Chikitsa. Then you have to give Pakshagata Chikitsa. I hope you understood. Here, Yeta Shuddha Vatakam, Samdrushte, Samdrushtam, Kartavyam. If, as I said, Shuddha Vata Chikitsa has told, if a patient comes with the Samsushta, Madhamur Sanyasa, a Pita Samsushta, Gaura Shodan, Kappa Samsushta, Samsushtam Kartavyam. He has not told. Next please. Then Dallana says, Pitta Kapha Haram Samsushtam Tadeva Kartavyam. Then Jetata says, Samsushte Vatarakta Chikisam Kuryaditi. If it is Samsarga, you have to give Vatarakta Chikisa. What is Vatarakta Chikisa? If you open Vatarakta Dhyaya, there will be Vataja Vatarakta Chikisa, Pittaja Vatarakta Chikisa, Kaphaja Vatarakta Chikisa. Since patient comes with the Madha or Sannyasa, it is Pitta Pradhan Avastha, then you have to give Pittaja Vatarakta Chikisa. What is Pittaja Vatarakta Chikisa? Next please. Same Pitta Prabhare Daksha Kashaya, Trifala Kashaya, Pitta Jora Harchi, Chandanadi Kashaya, next please, Shatadauta Gruta Alepa. Same thing was told for Murcha Chikisa, same told for Pittaja Vatarakta Chikisa, same drugs. So, with all this analysis, next please. Next, with all this analysis, what we came to know is the protocol should be according to Akshepaka, if Akshepaka Avastha, but drugs should be selected. If it is Pittaja Avastha, Pittaja Vatarakta drugs should be given. Kaphaja Vatarakta drugs should be selected according to which dosha is known. Next please. So that is why in the Rasa Vaisheshika Sutra he says, Idam eva pradhanam, idam naik avadharanam yuktam, chikissayam avastha vidanam he pradhanam. In which avastha patient comes, like that you have to give chikissa to a given patient. Next please. Even though, next. So with this, to conclude with this Apadopadesha, semi-conscious Madha, Morcha, Sannyasa, Akshaya, Pakshagata, all these terminology he comes. All with the Daha and Morcha indicates Raktadushti pathology. Raktadushti by dosha, Krimi, Abhigata you have to see. This is dosha nishchaya. Next please. So with this analysis, if a patient comes to us, what we have to do? What I do is, when a patient comes with one-sided weakness or Akshepaka, I understand Sthana Samshaya, Tirya Gada, Damani Urdhva Dehaga. What exactly happens, I don't know. What is Samuthana Vishesha? Immediately we take modern technology. Integrate. You do CT scanning or MRI scanning. You see what happened. By CT scanning you can understand, is it infarction or hemorrhage or infections? Or is it a growth? Is it injury? Samuthana Vishesha you will understand. And what happened, where happened, you will understand. By analyzing doshas, we can understand Vikara Prakriti, Madha Murcha Sannyasa, indicates Pitta Samanvita, heaviness indicates Kama Samanvita, one Ekadesha indicates Rakta Dushti pathology, Rakta and Vata pathology, you can understand. Sparsha Dvesha you cannot elicit because it is inside the bone. But Ekadesha indicates Rakta Dushti pathology. Next please. That is, we can diagnose. The management is adopted. Shita Parishek, Shita Alepa, Pitta Harachikisa. Even though it is infarction, hemorrhage, patient will have Pitta Kapha in a infarction, in a hemorrhagic Vata Pitta will be there. But Pitta Hara should be done first. Then Tikshna Nasya, repeatedly should be done to remove Soto Avarodha, Soto Rodha. Then Archa Sarpiphan to prevent Akshepaka. Then Shunti Swarasa Jara Amapachikisa, Narikela Jala. Tarpana, Trifala Shilajit, all drugs should be, Kamadvid Mukta, all drugs should be given, or Lakshminarayana Dasa, Mrityunjaya Jwara Hara Chikitsa should be done. If it is due to Krimi Prakriti Chikitsa done. If it is Abhigata, Shatya Chikitsa should be done. This is Aushadhi Nishya. Now I will show some videos, another 10-15 minutes. Okay. Next, this from birth, he came with acute stroke. We did CT scanning. It turned out to be a lacunar infarct. He had right hemiplegia. We did Himadhara. Amalaki and Dhanyaka Hima. Usually you think dhara should be done in the dharapati, all this. In the ICU, giving oxygen also it can be done easily. One person is applying Shatadavakrita all over body without leaving any part of the body, it should be applied. Shitala, Alepa and Shitala Dhara, Himadhara should be done immediately. Either infarction or hemorrhage, anyhow patient is semi-conscious, that indicates Pitta Pradhana Avastha. You should apply Shatadavakrita Alepa, all over body should be done. This is very important. Why I will tell you why it is important. And at the same time, dhara should be done. Just 4 angula above, you do dhara, shirodhara with dhanyaka, amanaka, hima. Or cold water also, it's all okay. You do dhara cold water. It's very important. Like that 20-25 minutes we do, about 2,000 to 3,000 matra kala. We do continuously. Should we apply? Okay. Next please. Next. Go for next. Go for next. Oh. What happened? Go for next. Next. हाँ. ये क्या आ रहा है? Something else come. Go for next. Next करो. Yes. After dhara all these things, then apply manjishtali taladharanam Shatadavakrita. Then apply nasya. Tikshna nasya is applied. Put on his nose. About Ashtabindu Pramana, about 1 ml, it becomes 1.5 ml. Just after applying Tikshna Nasya, what happens, just you see, he gets Prabuddha Samjna. Semi-conscious, Prabuddha Samjna gets. Who could not move his limb, he started to move. Immediately, left leg is okay. One right leg he could not do, that also started to move immediately. Just after Nasya. Okay. Then he spits out. Just within a minute you get result immediately. Which is very Tikshna Nasya. You can use, I will see which are the drugs. Sushruta Samhita it is told which are drugs. See, now he is able to lift his leg. You see, he is able to lift. Who could not do it? This much fast result. Now you agree Ayurveda is fast. Is it slow or fast? Ayurveda is so fast if you give proper treatment accordingly. If you see his BP, that becomes, even he comes with 250 by 150, it becomes 160 to 100 within half an hour, without giving any antihypertensive drugs. How it happens? Why it happens? Why it happens? Let us understand. Next please. Why it happens? Just you see what happens. Here complete death occurs. Around that there is a big area of inflammation. Runa is there. Due to that, there is a big area of congestion. Congestion means decreased blood supply. Decreased blood supply to brain. When the decreased blood supply means decreased oxygen, alpa prana, decreased oxygen. When decreased oxygen is there, nerve cells start to cry, मम्मी दूध दे दो. उसका मम्मी कौन है? Brain cells का mummy कहाँ है? Their mummy is hypothalamus. Immediately that stimulates hypothalamus. Hypothalamus stimulates adrenal glands to produce more adrenaline, noradrenaline released. Peripheral resistance increased. Heart beats more, BP gushes up. So that it thinks that unhealthy area can get the blood supply. But already block is there. So continuous vicious cycle, there will be elevated blood pressure. Okay. Now, how Sushruta has treated? He thinks that Pitta Pradhana, Pitta Avarana is there. You have to remove Pitta, Shita Rachikisa, Shita Dhara, Shita Lepa, Srotoroda, to remove Srotoroda, you are giving. Congestion is there, Srotoroda. To remove that, you put the Nasya. According to Ayurveda, you said. But according to modern principles also, you can explain how it happens. What happens? What you do is Shita Dhara, Shita Lepa on our body. By that, what happens? All our body activity decreases. When the peripheral activity decreases, peripheral nerve activity reduces. When nerve activity reduces, brain nerve, corresponding nerve activity in the brain also decreases. Corresponding nerve activity decreases, need of oxygen decreases. So slight blood supply is there, that thinks that blood supply is sufficient. Then without disturbing system, you put in Nasya. Due to stimulation, there will be blood gushes. Alternate route improves, blood supply improves. Immediately, patient starts movement of his limbs. So that his BP, brain cells stimulation to hypothalamus decreases, stimulate adrenal decreases, release of adrenaline decreases. Slowly his BP comes down without giving any antihypertensive. It becomes 160 to 100. So previously, now even in modern neurologists, before 2000, they used to give aggressive antihypertensive treatments. If you give aggressive antihypertensive treatment, what happens? Slight blood supply is there. Due to your antihypertensives, that blood supply decreases. Patient comes vertical, he becomes horizontal. If you give Ayurveda treatment, without disturbing all these things, without knowing your blood-brain barrier, brain, hypothalamus, how Sushruta, by a mathematical equation, how he has treated, just you think. How ancient our Ayurveda science is, how scientifically treated, without disturbing all these things. If you give modern antihypertensive, it is not scientific. Now modern neurologists don't reduce blood pressure so fast, aggressively. They say you should not reduce it fast. So that there will be blood supply compromise will happen. So without that, you are increasing blood supply by Ayurveda treatment. Patient gets awakened. Even horizontal patient becomes vertical. That's what happens. Otherwise, vertical patient becomes horizontal. Next please. Next. So even in Margavarna, what happens? This you can't treat, block you can treat. Next please. Next. Even hemorrhage or infarction, that cannot treat it. Previous way. You can treat, reduce this one. Congestion is reduced. Raktavarana is, Runashota is reduced. Congestion decreases. Patient gets alternate blood supply. He becomes almost alright. Alternate cells will take over the dead tissue. This is how treatment principle is there. This arterial blockage can be done. Only E-plasmin drug should be given within 3 hours. After 4 or 5 hours comes, there is no treatment in Western science. We can give treatment like this. We can make him his legs get back power. This is the importance of Ayurveda. If you have integration, many of patients after E-plasmin drug also, they will not regain their movement. But if you do integration, you give E-plasmin immediately, after that start our Ayurveda treatment, he becomes 100% alright. I have seen many patients, they become 100% alright. This is how you can have concurrent therapy or cooperative medicine, or you can take integration, like that you can take. Next please. So the drug used is Yashti Pippali Vacha Maricha Hingu Saindhava. Tishna Nasya. When it is Pitta Jamada, a hemorrhagic stroke. The drug Tikshnath is reduced. I use only ST and Kshira, only ST Kshira. When it is Kapha Jamada, I use ST Pipachamara Singusaindava without Kshira. When it is Vata Pitta is medium, ST Pipachamara Singusaindava with the Kshira is used. According to dosha, we will utilize. When it is in Murcha Avastha or Sannyasa Avastha, you use Lashuna Surasa, very Tikshna Dravya. Lashuna Surasa can be given. This is what told in Ashtanga Hridaya, Ashtanga Sangraha and Sushra. I told Lashuna Surasa to give as a Tikshna Sannyasa Avastha. It is told. Next please. So here Sushruta told to do Abhikshtam repeatedly. Repeatedly means what? Abhikshtam means repeatedly not. Abhikshtam translated is repeatedly. What is meaning of Abhikshtam? See, when I used to develop this treatment, when the Guru is there, Guru will tell. When the Guru is not there, it's real difficult. It's a dead end. Lokam eva Guruhu. Trial and error. So what Sushruta says, Abhikshtam, repeatedly. Is it once in 10 minutes, 15 minutes, once in half an hour? If you put in a sea, it will not awaken. Do you give once in 15 minutes? Not like that. Sushruta says, Nasya can be given 3 times a day. Yama matra. One yama, Nasya. After one yama, another Nasya. After one yama, another Nasya. Once in 4 hours, you have to give Nasya. Even even if he comes in midnight or with this rainy season, many of them used to tell Nasya should not be given in rainy season, in midnight. Not like that. Atya Ekavastha you can give it any time. Immediately you give Nasya, and every 4 hours you give Nasya repeatedly. And Dara done about 5 times per day. That I used to do for 3 to 4 days till he becomes his Pitta Avastha. Pitta symptoms comes down completely. He is awakened and stabilized. Then we go for Kapha or Vatahara Chikitsa. Next please. Yes. Video. Next. Prabhuta Samjna. Then you give Prabhuta Matra Snehapana. Same patient he start to drink. Snehapana. Next please. We wait for 6 hours. Then we give next please. Shunti Swarasa, about 40 ml I give as Yama Pachana Chikitsa with honey and sugar. Again it is Pitta Pradhana. Honey, Shunti will be given 20 ml and 20 ml sugar is given. If it is Vata Kapha Pradhana, 40 ml Shunti Swarasa with 20 ml honey is given. Then after that, Tarpana Chikitsa, Narikela Jala or Rajamanda is given. Your Langana should be done, no, don't give food. It should be done. Next please. Next. Go for next. This is the same patient. It's a lacunar infarction is there. Next please. Next. It's a lacunar infarct of left side. Next please. So next stage, after Pitta Shamana has happened, then we give Rudu Virechana, then start Rukshana Chikitsa. Pitta, all Pitta symptoms come down, Rukshana Chikitsa is done. Next please. Rukshana Chikitsa done with the, next please. With the Ruksha Alepa, Agni Alepa, we call it Agni Alepa at SDM Udupi Ayurveda College. We have developed our Professor Dr. R.R. Bhatt and U.K. Krishna. And some folklore treatment is there. 5 wet drugs, 5 dry drugs like Nirgundi, Vana Tulasi, Badara, and this one, Papata is one drug is there. These drugs, wet drugs, it's leaves, and dry drugs are Maricha, Lashuna, Sarshapa, Lavanga, these Haridra, these drugs are made in chutney, then apply all over the body. It's a Ruksha Alepa. Then Ruksha Abhyanga with Sarshapataila Abhyanga, and Basti is given with Sarshapataila, Brihasaindavadi Taila, Basti is given. Niro Basti is Mahamajishtari Kashaya. If it is Pitta Pradhana, a hemorrhagic stroke, Mahamajishtari Kshira Kashaya is given. If it is Kapha Pradhana, Mahamajishtari plain Kashaya, Basti is given. Like that, 10-15 days we do Basti Karma. By that, next please. It should be applied all over body without removing any part of the body. Then the patient takes a bath the next day. Whole day it should be there. Okay, next please. Next. Same patient, just after 15 days, he is vertical, not horizontal. He is a blind person, that means he is behind. You can't imagine such a fast result in Ayurveda. Next please. Next. Yes. 70 years aged person, blind person. Next please. Okay. Next. This is another patient. On 4th July he came with a big hemorrhage, intracerebral hemorrhage. Here Pitta Vata Harajigis. There Pitta Kapha Haraji, Pitta Vata Harajigis is done. Next please. Next. So it's intracerebral hemorrhage. Next please. You see, just after 20 days, there is no hemorrhage. Even gliosis also has not happened. Otherwise, what happens? Hemorrhage, big hemorrhage, it will go into gliosis. Degeneration occurs. Gliosis will not happen. Even by 31st July, there is such a recovery is there. Next please. Next. You see, almost resolved. Next. You see, he is vertical in front of you, not horizontal. Next please. This is another patient with the intracerebral hemorrhage. Next. Intracerebral hemorrhage with the intraventricular extension. Next, we treated all these things by, next please. Intracerebral hemorrhage. Next please. See, now hemorrhage is almost gone by 20 days. Next please. Next. You see, by 19th February, all hemorrhage is gone. Such a result is there. Next please. Go for next. See, patient is vertical in front of you. Next please. Next. Go for next. Go for next. Go for next. So here, it's okay, that's a treatment. Another patient, you see, physiopathology is almost corrected. Now here, sometimes there may be anatomical defect. For example, this patient has aneurysm. Aneurysm is there, subarachnoid aneurysm. Next please, how it can be done? Just you see, aneurysm is there. Next please. Go for next. Subarachnoid hemorrhage with the aneurysm. Next. Usually when subdural or subarachnoid, we usually advise for surgery. This patient also advise for surgery because it's outside brain. If you're clipping it, then patient will recover very fast. After that, we can give our treatment. But patient refused for surgery. I asked why. Then I also advised for surgery. She told her elder sister had same problem. They have done surgery, patient expired, lost 2 legs. So they told, you do anything. If you will not lost 2 legs, the patient will lose. It's okay. Already her elder sister is lost. So you do your any treatment. They give all permission. Then I have treated all these treatments. Next please. Next. Patient came in semi-conscious state. Next please. Next. After treatment, just you see. Next. You see. Next. MR angiogram is there. You see, there is no aneurysm now. So anatomic defect also corrected. Next please. See, normal angiography. Previous one. Back. Normal MR angiography. Just after 20 days of treatment. Same patient. Next please. She is sitting vertically, went out of hospital. Discharge. It's very important. Even anatomical defect also corrected with our treatment. That's what I am saying. Next please. Next. Go for next. So here, it's a very interesting patient. Patient had hyponatremia with the multiple cerebral infarction. Came with almost semi-conscious. She could not lift her leg also. They were done all the treatment. The sodium is given 3%. Didn't recover. They told refused to treat. Then she came with this state. Next, please. So we did the same protocol. Next, please. Nasya, Dhara, all these things they are done. Next, please. Just 1 week she started to sit, then started to walk. Next, please. Next. See, by 1 month she is walking on her legs. Vertically she went out of hospital. Next, please. Next. See, she went out of hospital recently. By just 1 month she got complete relief. Next, please. Next. 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 Yeah, she become normal. Next, please. Next. Go for next. Next. So another patient hemorrhage. It's okay, already I have shown. Next. Go for next. 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 Go for next. Same result. Next, please. So previous one, back. To conclude, dosha vikalpa after presentation of Vyadhi in different patients, accordingly, different stage is most important. After dosha vikalpa, according chikitsa should be done to get benefit. In present era, to succeed in Ayurveda, our treatment should be better than modern system of medicine. Then only we will get success. If you give same or less, no one will come. If you give better, then they will come to you. So, we can give better result in Ayurveda with utilizing modern advanced diagnostic and management equipments and drugs. Modern drugs are needed, concurrent treatment is needed. Sometimes the patient may need uncontrolled hypertension, you may need antihypertensive. They are already there with hypertensive, you may need it. Some persons may get pneumonia, aspiration pneumonia. You have to treat complications. That complication should be treated. Along with the concurrently, we can give our treatment. You can call it as cooperative medicine or integrated medicine. Like that, you can have better result. Next, please. So, before and after, many patients are there. Next, please. So, my take-home message is for students or Vaidyas, Satata Adhyanam, Vadaha discussion, Paratantravalokanam, Tatvidyachara Sevati Buddhimedha Guru Ganaha. In which Vidya you want to learn, you do work with the Acharyas like Krishna Prasad ji, work with them, understand practical understanding of theory. Theory you by heart all the day and night, but the practical understanding you do and get Buddhimedha Guru Ganaha. So, thank you very much. Thank you.
You opened new vistas to show us a different perspective. Thank you so much, sir.